I'm hiding things in the storeroom from her. There's cameras in the storeroom. Let the cameras be checked. Hi dollies, welcome back to my channel. It's Louis Baby. PayPal me that money for that Louis Baby. E-wallet me that money for what? That Louis Baby. Per. Boo 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 boo. Love it so much. Anyways, it's another video by Louis Baby herself. If you're a regular thank you for stopping back by, and if you're new, subscribe, join the Louis Baby family. People love it here. We're growing every day, so that's evidence that people love it here. You know, just join the dollies. Anyways guys, I am back with another video, and this time it's a story time. I know how much you guys love story times, so I'm back with another story time. The story time is titled She Tried to Get Me Fired. So now, just a little recap. Do you guys recall the video about the sugar mommy, like, who made us break up? Yeah, and you guys remember how in that story time I told you guys that I had gotten a job to be a supportive girlfriend and an understanding girlfriend. You guys recall that? If you haven't watched the video, go check it out. I will link it up here, or I'll just put it as like the next video to play. Go check it out so you can understand the story time. Anyways, this is the job. This story time is about that job that I got at that time. I hope that clears everything up. So if you're interested in knowing what happened, keep on watching. So like I said guys, this is the job that I spoke about in the previous story time about the sugar mommy who made us break up. I am only having some juice today because honestly child, I have a lot of things today, like for the rest of the day, and I can't start my day already drinking, you know what I mean? Anyways, so let's get into the story. I was working retail, right? I'd gotten the job because when I was like to my boyfriend, oh, let me go be supportive, I was still a student. I didn't have any qualifications yet. So the easiest job to get at the time was to be in retail. So I got this job in retail. I had met this guy at the mall, told him I was looking for a job. He's like, oh, my store is hiring. He so happened to be assistant manager at the time. So he hired me, and then I got the job, right? I was working part-time because I was a student, so I was not consistently at the store. But when I was at the store, I was doing what it had to be done. Like, I was doing what had to be done. So when I got there, I was trained by one of the guys, right? Who was like one of the top contenders, whatever. So he took me under his wings and he trained me, and he showed me how to speak to clients. He showed me how to build relationships, how to make sure that clients come back again. Guys, there's a fly. There's a fly that is in this room. So anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a fly. This guy took me under his wing. He taught me everything that I needed to know so I can do really well. So as I was saying, I was a part-time employee at this place, right? So me being there, being passionate, because I was promised what's the thing? Commission. I was promised commission. I was like, not only am I going to get my pay, I'm also going to go get commission because I have a business to build with my man. I have a home to, yeah, understand. I have a business to run. No muntu wami. I have an investing, like I have to go invest. Nginekhaya enyolakha. You understand? Ngiyakha manje, ngifaka amandla ami onke. So I was like, I'm gonna get that commission, babe, and I'm gonna make sure I get to the top of that leading board, like in our store, right? So at the top was this girl, right? I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna just call her trifling. I'm gonna call her trifling because she was a trifling as, you know, the B word. Anyways, so I'm gonna call her trifling. So at the top was trifling. And then under trifling was Wing, the guy who took me under his wing. I'm gonna call him Wing. I have flu, guys, so if I sound congested, just, you know. So it was Wing, right? And then it was the rest of the people. So anyways, the guy who hired me, assistant manager, left like mid-month or something because he was changing to go to another store, right? So it was very short-lived with him, but like he had already like really put in a good word for me amongst everyone else who worked there, right? And the people, especially the guys, they had a liking towards me because, as I said, I was very nice, I was very kind, I'm actually a very nice person. So anyways, the other two girls that worked there was Trifling, and then the lady who was then promoted to become the assistant manager when assistant manager left. So I'ma call her 2.0 because she was another Trifling, as you understand. So anyways, 2.0 and Trifling together, you understand? Sharp. And then it was me, the third girl. So obviously I worked there for a couple of months, but in those couple of months I had already went all the way up to the leading board. Like I was making sales like no man's business, you understand? Like I was making sales, and mind you, I was part-time, and I was making sales more than people who were working full-time, you understand? So I was getting the recognition that I deserved, and I was ready to get my my commission and my higher percentage off, because also used to give you a percentage off when you purchase things. So like the more sales you made and the higher you got in the leading board, like you were getting crazy percentages, and like you could even use them for your friends and your family. Do you understand? So I was grinding not just for myself, but I wanted everybody dripped out. You get what I mean? Because where I used to work, I used to sell really nice clothes. So I was like, we're all gonna be dripped out from top to bottom, baby. You understand? As Lali. So along my journey of me working to become the top, because I am working for my family, my husband, this girl started disliking me. In fact, I don't think she ever took a liking towards me from the beginning, but she was really good at hiding it. So obviously, as I'm working, I'm still new, so I'm still learning some of the systems other than sales, right? So because I was part-time, I didn't have a code for the sales, so I would have to do my sales through someone and then write it down that, okay, this was 10 months sale, this was 10 months sale, this is the amount, 10 months sale, whatever, right? And everybody used to do it properly for me. The two people who used to give me a hard time was her, Trifling, and Trifling 2.0. They would always be flipping weird about it, right? So I was like, girl, like get it together. So anyways, the one time Trifling, where I started seeing that this baby girl is sabotaging me, is that the one time we were both working at the storeroom at this time, right? Because there's two shift, who works at the storeroom, who's on the floor, whatever. Anyways, long story short, I'm working at the storeroom with her. I'm packing some things. She tells me, no, actually pack them in this manner, like this. So in my head, I'm like, but I've never seen people packing them like this, because usually when you come back to the storeroom to come find things, you don't find them packed like that. But she insists like that's actually how you're supposed to do it, and like the system has been wrong, so like I must just do it the correct way, whatever. I start packing it according to what Trifling told me to pack it as. Our manager, he comes into the back room like later on. She's out for her lunch, I'm still there packing. So he comes, he's like, Tema, what the fuck? Like, he's like, Tema, what the hell? Like, why are you packing these things like this? So I get into trouble for packing the things the wrong way and not following the way it's supposed to be packed. And I'm like, no, Trifling told me that this is how I'm supposed to pack it. Tell me why Trifling, when she's asked, she denies that she ever told me this, and she says that she told me that I was packing it the wrong way and that I insisted to continue packing it that way, even though she told me that the way that it's been packed the whole time, that's exactly how it should be packed. And I'm like, Trifling, now why are you lying? Because you do not say that, right? So we get into a little argument about that. She insists to our manager that she never said anything of that sort. Like, why would she say she's been working here for so many, like, you know, she's like, I've been here for so long, whatever, why would I do that, whatever. Gaslights the hell out of me, you know what I mean? Really triggers me, if anything. I end up getting into trouble about it, and then I end up having to work 2 days in the storeroom because now I have to fix the mess that I've made, right? Okay. Cool. I leave it there. Sharp. Time goes. So now on the leaderboard, now it's trifling on top, and now it's me at the bottom, like right under her, right? Okay, cool. So now I'm like, I'm gonna show this girl, I'm gonna get her top position. Like, one thing about, I'm gonna get her top position. So I'm now making sales. I'm now very close to her in sales now. And mind you, like I said, I am part-time. So I am doing this. I'm running sales while working maybe 2 to 3 times a week, or 4 actually. No, I think it was 3 to 4 times a week, yes. I'm making sales compared to a person who has maybe 6 days in a week. Do you understand? I'm like, I'm gonna show her. Hi, Kesana. She shows me, because what? She tells Trifling 2.0 to change my schedules, that not only when on the days I come on days where it's less people who come to the store, right? Because I used to work weekends a lot because I'm a student. She was putting me during the week. She was putting me late shifts so that I was part of the people who are closing the store, and she was putting me in the storeroom for 2 weeks straight. I'm like, no man, how come my schedule now? I'm coming during the week. There's no weekends that I'm scheduled for, and when I'm there during the week, it's the last, like it's the closing hours, and I'm working in the storeroom. So I end up talking to my manager, and I'm like, yo, I don't understand. You know, I lay my grievances to him, and I'm like, I don't understand. So then he's like, wait, you're not even supposed to be in the storeroom that many days in a week, let alone for 2 weeks straight. You're only in the storeroom. You've never touched the floor. How are you going to make sales? Right? Then that's when it dawns on me. How am I going to make sales, Vele, if I'm in the storeroom? I've been purposely put in the storeroom. 2 weeks or a week later, we are in the store together with Trifling. We're on the floor, right? This lady who used to come and buy, like when she came, you knew like she's gonna spend a bag and a half here, right? And that guy, Wing, used to be like her sales assistant, right? So he was not in that day. So whenever his clients would come in and he's not there but I'm there, he would ask me to take over his clients, and he had introduced me to his clients also, like his big clients, you know. So she comes in, so I'm like, my opportunity to kick this hand off and go to the top of that leaderboard, you know what I mean? So obviously Trifling tries to go speak to her, and then the lady's like, oh no thanks, I'll go speak to her. She points at me, because who does she know? Me. Cool, me and her, we talk, whatever. I get her sales rang up. She spends a bag and a half, like I said. Now mind you, in the store there's only 3 of us, 1 guy in the storeroom and the 2 of us on the floor, right? And the guy in the storeroom, during the sale, he came out at some point and he saw that was my sale, right? And he even gave me a dap up, like, hey, you're gonna, like, you know, like, shout out to you, boy. Sharp. Anyways, I make the sale. Remember I said I can't make the sale under my name, so it has to be under someone else because I don't have the code for the whatever thing, the till, whatever. So then she had to make it under her name, but she had to write my name down, right? So because I was so excited, I had taken a picture of the sale and showed my boyfriend and be like, this is my biggest sale yet. I'm definitely going up, like, because I was like a few points down under her. So I was like, I'm definitely kicking her off. Like, after this sale, I'm number 1. You know what I mean? So cool. Sharp. That goes, time goes. The next week, well, people are being congratulated for their sales, whatever. I hear Ivilane, not only that, our regional manager was there that day. So the regional manager is congratulating who? Trifling over whose sale? My sale. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, that's my sale. So then me and her get into it about the sale, because I'm like, why would you lie? She's like, no, I didn't lie, I just forgot to change it as a name, whatever. So now I have to prove it's my sale. So obviously, guy in the storeroom stands up for me. He's like, no, that was her sale, and I have a picture to prove that, oh, that is my sale, right? Cool. Whatever. Me and her get into it. Vele in front of the regional manager, were both told to, like, you know, deal with it. and stop fighting, whatever. Sharp, cool, whatever. Now after this, now she really has beef with me, because now what does she start doing? Whenever she sees I'm making sales and she sees like maybe I'm looking for something, she starts hiding it in the storeroom. Either it be shoes, it be a dress. She starts hiding the exact size, whatever. She starts hiding the stuff. So now I can tell now she's sabotaging me, because I could maybe be trying to make this sale. I can't find this thing. Maybe I have to let go of that one particular thing and make the rest of the sale. Sure. But then she could make a sale maybe just 2 hours later or an hour later. And that thing, she finds it. I was like, I started realizing this girl's sabotaging me. This girl is literally sabotaging me. Right? Okay, cool. Then she really starts being a bully now. Like, starts pushing me around in the store, starts shouting at me or fighting me in front of customers. The one time we fought over, like, literally we're pulling I think it was a dress or something. I was selling it and she grabbed it and she said, but she saved it first for her client. I'm like, which client? Number one. Number two, it's not even in the storeroom and it doesn't even have a tag that it's being saved for someone. It's on the floor, so I have access to it. I can make this sale if I want to. So we fought about that. Like, we're literally screaming at each other inside the store because she was being a flippin' B word, right? So now, obviously, now this is really getting both of us into trouble. The regional manager ended up having to be called because at this point now there's serious conflict in the store, because Trifling and Trifling 2.0 are literally trying to bully me. And now I'm like, I'm not going to be bullied at a store. I am going to tell on you guys that you guys are bullying me. You guys are taking things, hiding them in the storeroom. You know, all of these things. And now you guys are affecting my performance at work. And when I react, now it looks like I'm causing fights inside the store because you guys are just deciding to both sabotage me, right? So cool, the regional manager is now called to come in conflict resolution, right? Now this needs to be solved by someone higher than our manager. So when our regional manager comes, girl takes that opportunity to lie on my name. She lies on my name. She talks about how I always come to work late. I'm always hiding things from her at the storeroom. I do this, I do that. Hey, la. She just starts going in on me. Lies, pure lies on me, right? So now, mind you, we're all sitting, and as she keeps talking, I'm now getting fidgety because I want to interject and say this girl's lying. So now, obviously, as I'm getting fidgety, now it really looks like I'm the one who's a problem, right? Okay, cool. So eventually, when it's my turn to speak, I'm like, all I'm going to say is, if I'm hiding things in the storeroom from her, there's cameras in the storeroom, let the cameras be checked. If I'm hiding them, because she's insisting that I'm hiding things, and she's insisting that I'm starting the fights. She's insisting that I'm the one that is making it a miserable and very toxic environment to work in. Please, can the cameras be checked? That's all I ask. Because I can sit here and defend myself all I want, but you guys won't believe me. And already she's painted me as this villain who came into the store and disrupted the system of the store within a few months. All I'm saying is, let's check the cameras. Let's check the cameras. That's it, right? So while an investigation was being made, we both had to be suspended, right? But because I was part-time and she was permanent, she was suspended for a shorter amount of time and I was suspended for a longer amount of time, right? Like maybe a week longer, really. It wasn't that long. In that week, she made sure she works her magic around everyone in the store to speak ill of me. She was speaking ill of me. She wrote the regional manager an email saying everybody else in the store has a problem with me and that I'm this, I bring a toxic environment. Like, yo, this girl said I disrupt the system of the store. I don't follow the systems of the store. She starts talking about like the time when I packed things wrong and how that delayed everyone and this and that. And that I'm constantly picking fights with her and Trifling 2.0, and that I also try to get Trifling 2.0 in trouble with the manager when I could have just spoken. Okay, and spice over spice over spice. Right, so I'm at school, right? So I get a call one day from the regional manager. She asked me, if we can have a meeting, because she has to speak to me about something. So I'm like, oh my goodness, they're gonna fire me. You know, like at this point, I'm like, yo, I'm fired. I'm fired. I'm fired. It's done. It's done. I'm fired. You know what I mean? Like, I might as well accept it. So we meet up with the regional manager. She tells me the complaints, because she also got Trifling 2.0 to make a complaint. So now it's not just one employee, it's also the assistant manager making a complaint about me to a regional manager. Do you get what I'm talking about? Hi, Kesana, they made up all these stories, so now I'm having to clear stories. I'm having to tell her, no, this is exactly what happened, whatever. Anyway, long story short, they're like, but on the camera footage, they did see, however, that she was hiding some of the things in the storeroom. And on top of that, there's been things that have been going missing since I've got into the store, that they were suspecting me for the fact that things are going missing since I've got into the store. But now when they're looking at the footage, they see assistant manager and Trifling 2.0 keep hiding things. So eventually on the stock, it shows like it's missing, then it shows up a few days later and it's being made as a sale. So anyways, so assistant manager and I talk about it. She's like, no, she's gonna do a whole workshop about bullying, whatever. You know, me and Trifling just really need to find a way to work together, right? Okay, cool. So then I go back to work. When I'm back at work, she's again back to her BS, trying to trip me, trying to, like, literally she physically try to make me fall inside the store. Guys, that girl was such a menace. Now that I think about it later, I laugh, because I'm like, really, like, it wasn't that deep. It was just commission, and it wasn't even a high percentage of a commission. Really, like, we did not need to be fighting that hard. So when she continued to do her nonsense, I was close to exams. I was like, you know what, I'm going to quit this job. I don't need it. And at this point, also, it was when baby boy and his sugar mama were living life soft, and they were having the time of their lives. And I didn't really need to keep on investing in him anymore. And I was grand with my allowance either way. So I ended up saying, you know what, I told the regional manager, I was like, you know what, I am going to resign. Because I called her, I'm like, the things are still continuing in the store. She's like, yeah. Oh, Trifling also called me a few days ago. She told me, you are still continuing with the nonsense in the store, and now I don't know who's actually being the instigator at this point. So I'm like, so let me make things easy, because I don't want on my track record that I was fired for being a bully or whatever, because I'm not one, and I don't want that on my track record. And I don't want that when I want jobs now in the future, and they come call you or whoever as my whatever, and then they call you as my reference, and you say, oh no, that girl's a bully. I don't want to do that. So you know what, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead, because I'm still at the top of that leaderboard. Anyways, I just learned in that moment that some people will go as far as literally will try to get you fired just to keep on getting their way. I learned that there's no, in the workspace, like, your colleagues are your colleagues, they are not your friends. Because when given a chance, that colleague will throw you under the bus to get their win. That's what I learned. I learned that very early in life. You know, and I carried that, because I was very naive when I started working there. I thought, you know, it's all gonna be hunky-dory, we're gonna be a family. No family, Kesana. Some people are gonna kick you. They're gonna kick you, and make sure they kick you even worse when you're down. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the story time. Be careful of people who are sabotaging you at work. Like, it's literally in the smallest things, like the microaggressions. They end up leading to bigger things, and someone throwing you under the bus, saying you said they shouldn't do something, whatever, things like that. Just be aware of them. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, your dogs, your cats, your uncles, your mothers. I don't know, just share the video, and let's get to 3K subbies, and then we're gonna have a giveaway. Bye guys, love you, and see you in the next video.